So why does Daniel talk about the Antichrist not desiring women? And what's the difference between desire and lust of a woman, by the way? Don't you wonder those that two things, right? Well, lust means what? Who, let's take Potiphar's wife and Joseph. Who wanted Joseph, knowing they were married, and knowing it would end bad for Joseph anyway, no matter what, whether he did something with him or not, right? Who lusted there? Potiphar's wife, right? Now, does that mean Joseph didn't think she was a desirable woman? No, right? But he knew he was the slave of the master, right? The slave can't sleep with the master's wife. You not only go to prison, you get hung or whatever. All that crap. I don't think Joseph is that stupid, right? But the woman can play whatever card she wants. Even black men, right? Okay, why is it lust, though, for her? Joseph is still an attractive man, right? Okay, but the problem is what? The same with the woman they married him to, too. She's Egyptian and he's Hebrew, right? Now, like with Benjamin, like with Esau and Jacob, right? And Ishmael and Isaac, two sons are involved, right? An older one and a younger one, right? But Manasseh is the one Jacob put his hand on. Why? Maybe the firstborn ain't hit, but the secondborn, right? Because he's not Egyptian. But maybe she grew to love him too, right? She saw how intelligent he was, and all that finally made her decide to end it with the other guy. And finally she had his son, right? Right? One born of lust, one born of love, right? Same with even Abraham and Hagar, right? That's lust, not love, right? Yet the wife was afraid and didn't want to wait and thought she was too old, right? Now, 3 people appeared to them when told them within the year they would have the son. That's what it took, though, a personal appearance of 3 people from heaven, right? Who are they? Who are they? That's why you don't know why Jesus became 3 people, Peter, or who they really are. Now, one is called Michael, one might be Gabriel, right? And the other Raphael, I don't know, right? So, someone somewhere, right, in the scriptures, right, is involved with all this, right? Raphael has to do with healing, though, not. Okay, Gabriel's strength, and Michael is as God, right? But listen to the word as, right? Not is, right? As. Right? What's the difference? See, God is greater than all it made, right? It made you, you're in it, right? But it's still not, right? You, but is you, right? It's your life force, right? But, right? That also makes you an oracle for it or the devil, right? Why did the devil become the devil? Lusting after something Jesus had, but he couldn't have, right? Either it was sex with Jesus himself, the male side, right? Or sex with his own mother, right? Type thing, right? Or again, right? He feared Jesus wanted his wife and was so obsessed with it, he made it happen, right? Even, I don't know, right? But those are logical guesses that whatever it is, he's envious of Jesus and is plotting his own demise, right? And thinks Jesus wants something he probably don't really want, right? The way he thinks he does either. It's like with a 4-year-old. I don't want a 4-year-old. I ain't interested in a 4-year-old. Don't even turn me on, right? You can send a bunch of 4-year-olds in there to me, and all I'll do is bring them back to their mom, no matter how many they are, right? you tried to set me up with, right? Now, it only gets weird, like I said, because it's late at night when I might have discovered her in there with me, you know what I mean, right? If she came in there or not, right? We still have to say, or not, or not, or not, or this happened or that happened, right? We don't know. We don't remember fully. If we make it up, it's after I fell asleep, so it was seem dreamlike. That's what I mean by that, right? And these sequences sound more like a weird dream than what reality, right? And I'm trying to give you that as a break because I didn't even have a vision of my stepdaughter waking me up. I had at least turned off the TV and fallen asleep, you understand? Before I woke up with her in there with me. Now, like I said, there's other scenarios. Daphne could have been trying to get her to go to the bathroom on her own. I don't know. But again, right, that's when if she don't go towards the bathroom and comes towards me, you gotta step out and let me know you're there. Alright. You don't let her walk over there to be like I'm, can't help her out either if she does, right? I mean, as simple as that, right? I don't know if she's awake or asleep either. That's what I mean. You're trying to make me guess all this. So we got only two possibilities, right? The third is she woke up when she was in there with me and realized she was in there, right? I mean, come on, right? And, of course, that's the only three ways, right? Fully, she was awake. Partially, she woke up later. Or she was fully asleep, right? Those three possibilities is all I know that my ex-wife could have been doing in the bedroom, right? Now, also, she could have been at the door, in the bed, or getting up from the bed, right? Those are three choices, right? There's not one choice, there's three. If you're guessing. And none of it can be proven, right? Unless Daphne herself admits she was awake, right? If she says she was asleep, right? Okay. And I had to wake her up and bring her in there to her. Or that her and her daughter slept all through the night. I can't dispute that. Nor can you. That's the problem as well. But why talk about it? Because it's Steve. This shit's getting bad. And the Me Too movement is bad, right? That's why I'm making sure I'm trying to understand it so I don't repeat it. Even if I kind of did it with Sheena a little bit, right? To a point, right? Because I'm confused, right? But maybe she's confused by someone else, someone on my ship, who has it out for me and her. They don't want me to be with a woman for some reason, right? Which isn't no one's business but mine and the woman's, right? But if the woman falls for their trick or their entrapment, I can't do nothing about it. I eventually still have to let her go, right? Indeed. Within a reasonable set of time, right? As I met my ex-wife, now, then, it's again, right? When it started, everything was fine, right? It looked okay, right? So we had little tiffs, right? Little falling outs until, right? She went to go get her daughter and left me shared in Tennessee, right? And then I made it back home, but I had to go through hoops, right? To make it back home, right? Even. And then made it back home and took the couch and moved back to base, right? Now, the time on the couch is the time she had to reconcile with me and she didn't, right? So just moved back to base, right? See, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's looking like, right? She needed a way to get her daughter from her mother, right? Her grandmother, right? And chose me to, whatever she needed to do to get it done. And I'm happy for her if that's what she wanted. And let her do it. Only thing I'm worried about is the child, Jonathan, right? Did she really want him, right? But that's why even if she's trying to set me up or something, it's going to backfire on her, right? See, like Crazy Cooter says, some people might be a little crazy, but they're not dumb, right? Meaning, okay, I might be a little eccentric or a little out there or a little prophetic. I think I'm one of two witnesses have a dream to back it up in the Bible itself, right? Well, I think that, because I read it somewhere, of who the two witnesses might be. Well, one of them has to be caught up to the throne of God, at least in heaven, right? To be equal to Jesus, right? Who's already in heaven, by the way. He's been in heaven for 2,000 years. Where you been, right? You're on the earth with everybody else, right? So if you're caught up to the throne of God in heaven, what's going on with you, right? Jesus wants you up there with him. But the problem is everyone else is going their own way, right? And you can go your own way, like the song by Fleetwood Mac says, right? Right, by whoever wrote it, right? Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, I guess, right? I don't know. Or Lindsey Buckingham stuff, right? Giving him credit for all that. But I get what he's saying, though. The problem is we're kind of breaking up here and we're going to go our own ways. But we did have a beautiful thing briefly, right? Right. And again, it's like The Chain as well. I like both songs, right? But never break the chain. Never break the chain. You might not love me anymore. You might not care for me anymore. But don't break the chain, right? We're just human beings here, right? Briefly. And then we pass on, right? We're like grass in the field, right? To God, right? He's in eternity. We're here on the earth thinking, trying to figure out how old we are, how long we live, how good our life will be or bad, right? And again, right? Why are we dying? These are questions we all gotta answer, right? And some of you can't face the answer, right? One of the divine ones sinned with us because he had a problem with the one who he came from, right? Which if one's the firstborn of every creature, one's also the secondborn, right? Well, the secondborn, if he has problems with the firstborn, that's going to spill down here, right? I know. And it's got to be someone high in the hierarchy that it matters where they're at too, right? So you can't remove neither one if you're both from them, right? You know what I mean? Because that's half your DNA is from one or the other, right? But the thing is, both are from God, right? Even if one wants to be the worst he can be, right? Or one wants to be the best he can be, those are our choices always, right? No matter who you are, you gotta be the best you can be or the worst you can be, right? And you're the worst sometimes, or you're the best sometimes. Sometimes you're the best at being worse, right? Or you're the best at being the best, right? Or you're the best at the best. That was a movie too, with Eric Roberts, right? But anyway. And who imagined him doing taekwondo? Right, Julia? That's her brother. By the way. But all you can do is talk to people and either they'll listen or they won't, right? Like I said, this idiot is on about something that would not only destroy me, but any family from within if it happened. And the reason is, it's not supposed to happen, right? Not with her and there with her mother. See, that's the problem, right? And how do you know, unless you coached her, like, only one who, outside of me and her, is that Sal, right? And his wife, who could have coached her, right? Not me and her mom. Plus, her mom has to drive all the way from where? Arkansas. She ain't gonna be worried about all that. She ain't gonna have time for all that. She's got to get back to her husband, and it's funny why she left in Tennessee, right? Which she never did, right? Because she can't, right? There's no reason, even if I'm speeding through the mountains, I'm going to make it through the mountains, to be mad about that. Is there? No. You're just mad for nothing, right? Because it's too late. We made it through the mountains. No matter how badly you think I'm driving, right? If we make it through, we did all right then, right? There's nothing to be mad about if we make it through the mountains and didn't wreck, right? Now, I understand you're concerned while going through the mountains we could wreck, but once we make it through the mountains, that's just an excuse to attack me over your own anger that you built up for your own reasons. I don't know what's going on in your head, right? I can't read your mind. I don't even know you're mad or why, right? You gotta tell people why you're mad with me. And that's what they would want to know too. Inquiring minds want to know why the hell you're so mad about me going so fast through the mountains if that was the issue. And why didn't you bring it up while we're going through the mountains, right? As well, and I might have slowed down a little. There again, I gotta be back by Monday. How long did you have leave for? 2 weeks? That's the problem. You didn't tell me that either. So what am I supposed to do? But they're getting it, right? I still gotta be back by Monday, right? Even if you gotta be 2 weeks leave, right? And put in the chip, you gotta put in the chip for that as well. You can't just take 2 weeks off from the Navy or you're AOL. Absent without leave. AWOL, right? And you can't do that. You're AWOL then, right? So I can't just go to Arkansas after spending 2 weeks in Bethesda, spur of the moment. Just because you want to be there for 2 weeks don't mean I could be there for 2 weeks either. And that's called a failure to communicate. Plus, I'm in Bethesda. Plus, you can't really get in touch with me when I'm on the ward, right? So all that crumbled because of poor planning on your part. And you're the one getting mad at me because I don't know what the hell we're even doing going to Arkansas right after I got out of the ward, right? You're not even telling me what's going on. You're not even telling me how long we're going to be there. I'm thinking it's just the weekend like with going to Georgia. Though it's over twice the distance. It takes over 19 hours to even get to Arkansas. Or somewhere around there. That's almost a full day's drive, right? And you kind of got to be prepared for that. And all Daphne could do then is when she got there, sleep and go back to see what the hell the problem was with me, right? Like I said, she couldn't catch her either, right? That only leaves one person who could have the bad dad. No one else can know about it, Sal! Idiot you are! Exposing your daughter that way to me! Unless I was attacked on base by some asshole, but there again, right? You're both insane then, right? Because I don't know why either one of you would be something so crazy, right? Because I never would. And I can handle it whether she makes me up or not, right? I know she's not supposed to be there with me long, and if she is, she has to have a reason herself, right? Like, what? Eat, drink, pee, or shower. I can do those things as a step parent too, asshole. Both of you. Which you do I mean though, Daphne? Hell, I'm surrounded by assholes at that point. You too. Last 3 assholes to one good guy who don't know what the fuck's even going on and just got out of the ward, but still trying to be sane, right? See, they only release you if you're acting right again. Dude, act normal, right? They can't keep you if you're acting what? Normal again. Right. If you have an episode, right, they know that, right? You call the police, right? On people who are acting weird, right? In public, right? But I don't do that in public, or I've had to call police call on me a lot of times. Except for where? The salon. The one salon. Where I know I'm in there longer than I'm supposed to be when I try to go see my movies finally, right? And it shouldn't have been that long, right? That's your problem, right? And either the girl's doing with something with me to entrap me herself, or because she has problems with her father, right? Or again, someone else set it up, right? And talked the girl into it, right? Which will get them and her in trouble, but not me, right? See, that's still entrapment, right? Because I would ask her age, right? If she's suddenly coming home to me and I can sense it, right? Something's going on. I know there's something going on. But I gotta guess until I figure it out. You make me want to scream and shout. Right. But I don't. I behave. There's something going on. Right. Now, see, now the girl, even if she was 15, is 17 by now, so I'm letting her know I carry the weight. Whatever the hell happened, right? All I'm trying to do, right? Even if I'm with other women after her, some in the same circumstances, so I don't know I'm with them either. From Maria at the strip club to the women to give me the massages in the private rooms, right? To the ones, again, off Abercorn, right? In the Ross shopping plaza, right? Whatever I'm doing with them, right? But all I know is it feels good, and I would try to make them feel good back. I make them want some more too. I know what a good massage means to a woman or a man. And they can make you feel real good. But, like I said, right? It's like Herod and his stepdaughter, right? I didn't lust after mine, but he did his, right? Exactly the point. But if the dad's conspiring with stepmom, again, right? Not me and Daphne, right? Even thinking that would happen. Okay. Which you can't prove, right? Daphne can't prove it, I can't prove it. There was her. She was them, right? We don't know if it happened with them either, right? What we're wondering, though, is how does this person know outside of that, except when I fail, right? 3 weeks later, 2 to 3 weeks later, right? Right. So if someone really attacked me on base, right? Or I somehow got to Pastor Thomas's, because again, all right, all I would call Daphne for is if I couldn't get a shirt from her and stay on base still, right? Because I'll be worried about getting off base without an ID, right? And see, then I was making sure I could get on base by a lot of people, right? Including the security guards, and would try to find a way, like, can we take a picture or something, right? You know what I mean, right? So I can get back on base if I don't have my ID. Exactly. Right. Same whether it was Pastor Thomas or I would need to check all that. How can I even get off base? I don't even have an ID. It's all in the room, right? Even my money, right? Or the key itself, right? Either again, I put it in the travel bag and it was stolen from the travel bag, or again, right, it's in the room, right? But then it will all be in the room. Even the money. Well, that's again one of the security guards was in on it too, right? And he saw the money in the bank. And saw it on where I left it too, right? But he's still stealing it after the fact. He's hoping I won't even remember about the money, right? But he's wrong, right? Whoever it was that really stole the money too, right? And this is all I can tell you about the theories. And right. And they're logical, they're sound, they're rational, they're not too far out there. Like I'm telling you about Adam and Eve, right? More than meets the eye. Transformer. We became from one into two, right? Understand. The male and female are one in Christ Jesus. He has paps and mastoids, which is Greek feminine, right? Now, most feminine words in the Greek do have masculine nouns, especially plural. Yes, and Thea could be theist, right? I guess, right? So they go theos to cover both God and goddesses, right? That's so masculine, idiot, right? I know that. That's another way the male and female are one in the Greek language of Christ, right? Now, ain't he the logos or the word? Well, the Hebrew word is male and female. The Greek word is male and female. Diva, devo, right? Theo, thea, right? And then theos for the birth, right? Okay. So the male and female are literally one in Christ Jesus. Right. He's above you men, right? All of you, right? Because you're not like him. You're not like the Most High. Right? No one is. Satan was like him, but fell in that image. So did the other up to 144,000 angels, right? Well, what do you think you need 12,000 men for, right? And women and women. Virgins who need a man or woman. That's what John's talking about. See, you can't have 144,000 men in a world where there's male and female with their needing also 144,000 women, right? All virgins, all not having sex, right? But all one in Christ Jesus. So it's really 144,000. Even though two, right? You multiply it by two and it's 288,000, but still, one in Christ Jesus. You know that. And he's the head, though 3 in 1, right? But only Christ two can talk to each other while with him, right? In front of Peter, James, and John. They're conversing, right, with each other as if separate entities too, right? Talking to the Most High, who is still Jesus, who is still Jesus. You want me to explain it to you? I'm trying, but you gotta listen. Are we wasting our time with you?